Welcome back to Certified Based, the place where liberals
Crash
crash
out.
out. And this has been a while since our last actual episode. We've had like two React videos that we uploaded, and of course, podcasts always quit. Uh, 5 episodes in, but we're
We're
not.
back. We're
We're
not
not.
quitting. We're
Nope.
not quitting.
Nope. Especially if you're a lib and you're watching, hoping we'd quit. Wrong.
We just got a busy couple weeks.
Yeah, busy couple weeks. Just cause Elon's stepping down from DOGE doesn't mean DOGE is going away.
Ooh, that's a little teaser into what we're gonna talk about.
Yes. So
There's been a lot of stuff going on recently.
yes,
It's
a lot of stuff has happened.
action-packed weekend.
Very.
How was your last couple weeks? We got a
Good?
little time to catch up.
Good. It's been good. Obviously the weather's definitely been warming up. It actually has been cooling down. It's been like fluctuating, which of course we know what kind of weather that brings.
Dun dun dun. The weather I hate the most.
Tornadoes.
Yeah.
So speaking of tornadoes, we finally saw one in person for the first time, and Atreo got a clip of it.
I did.
He's trying to FaceTime me because he lives on the opposite side of town. And keep in mind, let me give you how this happened. Okay, so I've been really like grinding Mario Kart lately, just because I'm super excited for Mario Kart World. But I've been playing Mario Kart 8 a lot lately. And it was a Sunday afternoon. My wife was still had to do some work stuff at church, so I was just at home by myself. Had my headphones on, and I usually listen to these guys like Ryan Hall, Max Velocity, the two guys I listen to, meteorologists that live stream on YouTube all the time. Well, I had this stream on while I was playing in the background, and I was like, it's a pretty uneventful day, so I shut it off. Right, 10 minutes after I shut the stream off, the sirens go off. I turn the stream back on. My wife's freaking the heck out. She's calling me saying, "Hey, there's a tornado in town." And then I I turn the stream back on, and they're talking right about us. They're talking right where we live, and I was
That-
like, "Oh."
That is. That's funny.
And here is
Oh, let me give my
Yeah, no, here, go
my
ahead, go ahead,
perspective
go
of what
ahead.
happened because I actually saw it before the sirens went off in town. I was
you did.
I was going out putting stuff in my car. Actually, I was helping my brother-in-law load up some stuff, and I was walking out. I was putting it up. I was about to walk in and go in and enjoy the rest of my day. I happened to look over to my left, and little do you know, I just see a big old stovepipe tornado. And yeah, this is what I saw. Play the clip. I looked to my left, and
This is what Atreo saw
yes,
right here.
boom. And this is before the sirens are going off, mind you. So I'm like a little freaking out inside.
Oh my gosh, you were much closer to it than I was. I saw it from my house. I live on the opposite side, and I was like, "Oh wow,
Yeah.
it's right there."
It was, I think like maybe like 10 miles out of town, or
Yeah,
it was kind of far, but still like seeing that right there, like from my front yard, I kind of freaked out a little bit.
yeah, it was crazy. And the fact that we had just uploaded our tornado
Yeah.
video.
The day before that Saturday, because this was on a Sunday. That Saturday afternoon, we uploaded our tornado react video.
We could have uploaded it a day later. We would have included our own tornado video
Yeah.
that we saw that was from our source. Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah,
I was I was like freaking. I didn't know what to do. We sheltered in home, like in our home, and it wasn't coming at us. Like if you look in the video, it's moving to the right. It was going
Yeah.
north, so it wasn't coming towards us.
it
Luckily,
definitely would have moved. No, it was moving northeast,
yeah,
like typical tornadoes do, and it definitely would have like cusped like the northwest side of town. Like it
Mhm.
would have missed pretty narrowly, actually, pretty narrowly. Well, depending how big it would have grown into depends, but it didn't. It looked like maybe it could have been EF2, maybe EF1,
I s-
EF2
yeah. I saw a report, and they registered EF1 just based off the damage. Yeah,
Yeah, because I don't. I think it's dumb how they rate it based on damage. I feel like it should be rated based off wind speed. But obviously, you have to go out there and kind of measure out how fast the wind speeds are.
yeah.
Um,
The whole like way they measure it's interesting. Like I watched the whole video, and they have like a whole book, and like it's all damage based. I mean,
Yeah, it's all
it's
damage based.
interesting.
Yeah, I think it should be wind speed
I mean, that makes sense. I
because
mean, I feel
you know what kind of
yeah,
damage it's going to do if you know how fast the wind speeds are.
yeah. I feel like it's more of a accurate science too, because some of them, like the way they do the damage base is like, I was watching a video on like the extinction of EF5 tornadoes,
Hmm.
and a lot of them, it's weird because they try to register them as like EF5, and they'll like take a picture of a house like totally obliterated and like nothing but like the concrete slab, but then like close to it is like a little tree that like barely got touched. So
Yeah,
so they'll like bump it down.
yeah, because that's to be complete, like complete
Hmm.
destruction, complete devastation. Yeah,
But
it's weird.
yeah, I don't know. Tornadoes are super unpredictable anyway, so I
Yeah, they
could
are
get where like they can.
super unpredictable because I never know like the weather looked nothing like for tornadoes
Yeah,
that Sunday afternoon. It was just like I was just chilling. All of a sudden, yeah, a tornado right where you live. I'm like,
yeah.
what?
And it was funny. I was watching tornado content too. I was watching the Reed Timmer.
Oh
He's a
yeah,
very
Timmer.
popular. He was
Yes.
streaming in in
Yeah, it was like
around Lubbock.
Yeah, Lubbock area.
So it was. I was like, oh, there's nothing near us. I was looking outside. I was like, man, it's all sunny and nothing's gonna happen. I was like, and nothing. I was falling asleep watching the stream because they weren't getting nothing. Like there was
Hmm.
some that was trying to form, but
Yeah,
nothing. And then go outside, and I was like, how's nobody like? How did nobody get this?
that's
How did they
crazy.
not see the storm? I don't know. It was
No chasers in the area right
yeah,
now.
it was
They're
weird.
all elsewhere.
It's kind of scary. Like it kind of went
Yeah,
unnoticed, but
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's been a pretty chill couple weeks. I actually, uh, Trey and I were both at a wedding yesterday. Us and our wives, two good friends of ours, got married yesterday. So
hmm
we were there for that. It was a nice, fun time. It was pretty
yeah.
lit.
I got that story up of you, by the
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen the story
way.
on our social media, Base Certified, the DJ did play YMCA. I absolutely lost it as soon as I heard YMCA. I was like, oh, it's YMCA. You
Yeah.
know, of course, I had to do that. And then he added the little golf swing in the middle too,
Yeah,
and then he claps afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you
So
nailed that pretty good.
I think I did. I think I did a
That
pretty
was a
good
good
job.
time. It was a good wedding. It was beautiful.
It was. It was very well put together.
Yeah.
Uh, I thought it was very interesting how we had pizza for the reception, but then I was like, you know what? I actually liked it. I had
Yeah.
never had pizza for a reception, but I saw the vision
Yeah.
behind it because
Uh-huh.
people are very picky, especially when it comes to fancy occasions like that. But pizza's super like laxed. The kids will obviously like it. If you don't like pizza, there's something wrong with you. Like that's just what it is. Like if you don't like pizza, like I don't know what else to tell. I don't know what else to tell you. So I thought it was interesting at first. I was like, pizza, and then I was like, you know what? I see the vision. I
But
see the vision
it makes
behind it.
total sense because I mean we both had weddings and like the hassle it is to like
Yes.
create like a whole menu and have like multiple parts. It's a lot. So just pizza, straight up pizza and salad. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
They're
it keeps it
smart.
incredibly
Yeah.
simple. And,
Yeah.
and it's something everybody will like. It's something
Exactly.
like the majority of people like pizza. So
And you could do a different topping. Obviously, there's variation.
yeah.
It was good. It was yeah. Next time if I ever go to a wedding, have another wedding. Well, pause. Not have another like if we renew our vows and that type
Yeah,
of thing,
like
a new
yeah.
ceremony. I'm gonna do
You're
like
gonna
chicken strips and chicken nuggets or something.
some canes, some raisin
Yeah,
canes. We're gonna
yeah,
cater raisin canes.
yeah.
Bro, that's something I would do. I'd honestly. What are you gonna do for you if you renew your vows? Pizza. I mean, I
Probably
love
just keep
pizza,
it
so
simple, man.
I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah,
I love pizza. I was like I can't say no to pizza, so it
yeah.
was great.
It was.
There was milk, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
I actually ended up liking like I was like yeah, I'll take a glass of a little jug of milk,
And they had
and
the
then
little straws with
yeah,
the
I'd like the
flavors.
flavor. It was like the chocolate and strawberry and vanilla.
Yeah.
I was like, this is new. I never seen this before, but
I
I can get behind it.
yeah. I knew I was at a white wedding when I saw the milk. But I understand. Like I don't drink milk like that. First of all.
If our two friends that got married watch this episode and were there listening to us
We
talk
love you.
about the milk, we love y'all, and I would really want to know whose idea was it
Yeah.
for the milk.
And we're not clowning. It's a good idea. I
No,
mean,
no,
it's
we're not clowning at all.
whatever.
It was like it was definitely interesting, but I was like, you know what, it's different, it's
Yeah.
different. And like I said, and I enjoyed the milk.
Yeah.
It was good, but I'm really curious.
It was,
Whose idea was it
yeah,
for the milk?
yeah, for real. It was a hit. I saw everybody drinking
Yeah,
the
it
milk.
was a hit. I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, for a second, I thought it was horchata, but I'm like, this is not a Mexican wedding, so it would be kind of,
Yeah,
it would not make any sense for this to be horchata, but
yeah. I don't understand. It just doesn't sit well with my stomach. Like eating like like hot pizza and then milk going right in after. But I
yeah.
mean, we did it in school all the time,
I was
so
about to say, we do that at
yeah.
11 a.m., pizza and milk.
Yeah.
You have the choice of regular milk, strawberry, or chocolate.
And then you got to go to PE and sweat your butt off.
Yes, and then, yeah, while you're all full and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, our main topic for today, which I actually had already talked about this on my YouTube channel, Based Rudy, we're talking about AI again. Because I know we talked about AI a couple episodes back, but something crazy has just happened. Like another breakthrough has shifted the whole AI premise. Um, we know how uh, generated AI video has looked like from 2023. It's crazy how it's evolved. So we're gonna show you an example of how it's evolved. I've actually already seen this video because I used it on my reaction channel. So while I'm doing that, my dogs are barking outside. I'm going to let them in and put them in their kennel so that they are no longer disturbing us. But Atreyo has not seen this evolution video, so I'm gonna pull it up so he can watch you and walk you through it.
Yeah, let's do it. I remember seeing. I've seen all of it, but I just want to show. I just want to show everybody else. 2023.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Uncle Phil, come try this. Fresh pasta of Bel Air.
Mind you, this is only 2 years ago.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Maybe you can see it's, it's not. Oh, 2025. VO3.
As I was saying, like I even talked about this in my video. I was like, to the untrained eye, you're being fooled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you say. To the
Easily.
untrained eye, if you are not on the internet, if you are not keeping up with what's going on with AI, you will immediately be fooled. I saw this comment. I thought it was pretty funny. I saw it on TikTok, and then it's like they showing all this AI stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm for sure getting scammed by the time I'm 80. I'm for sure getting scammed."
I think everybody's gonna be scammed. If we don't develop like a safeguard or a way to like expose it, we're all getting scammed. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I
100%.
don't know. There's gonna have to be a way that we can like tell.
It's gonna have to be regulated somehow
Yeah.
because there's gonna be a lot of. They said we're treading some dangerous territory when it comes to this stuff. Like scammers, like imagine grandma or mom getting sent a video of their child being held ransom, and it's like if you don't pay us this amount of money, you're never gonna see your kid ever again. And they sent him an AI video, or again, even parents. There's a reason why parents don't want images of their child on the internet because those images can be ripped off, and you know what kind of content people can create with AI. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Just
The detail in it is so crazy. Like
yeah, look at this. Look
like
at
they
this.
got like I know AI notoriously would get fingers and hands wrong, but look at it. He's holding
Nope. Yep.
the fork like a normal person would. The spaghetti looks like real spaghetti. Like the depth of field, the blurriness.
The blur and the sound.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you're not crunching spaghetti, but
Yeah.
just that is crazy.
They were talking about me on their.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why it's on autoplay right now. I need to turn off autoplay. There we go.
But
We're not watching
VO3,
North
that's
today.
so that is Google's new, right here, Google VO3.
Yeah, that is. I actually had one more clip that I wanted to show. So this is people like using like I guess people interviewing like how do you feel that you're a prompt?
Okay.
Like we're just prompts. How's that make you feel? So here's another clip here about
Do you
this.
think we live in a simulation?
Maybe.
And this is some of the giveaways with AI. For some reason, AI still can't spell things correctly. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's so like
I just don't. Maybe somebody in the comments that knows more about AI. Maybe you might be a nerd. Maybe you might be able to explain why, for reasons that AI tends to not spell things correctly, but I have the hardest time. Like when we were trying to make a logo for this podcast, we tried to use AI to help us, and it did give us some good ideas, but it could never spell things correctly. No matter how many times I told the prompt, no, it's spelled like this, it would still spell it wrong. It would piss me off. I'm like, bro, come on, you're smarter than
Yeah,
this.
you can
ChatGPT.
you can create fake people. Like these people don't even exist, and you can't.
Look at all the detail, like
Yeah.
the beard, the wrinkles in his shirt. Like it looks very realistic, but it still spells things wrong. And then look at the sign. It just the signs
Yeah,
just look
it gives it
very
away.
yeah. It just looks weird. So that's a
Yeah.
telltale sign that this could be AI.
But those will start going away
Yeah,
and
those will
away,
start
and
going
like
away.
these are completely made up people. I think
Yeah,
the whole street, everything, but they can't get a freaking a sentence right or a one word.
yeah.
Let's watch this.
Does it matter? In the future, computers will create your television programs.
Zeros and ones.
How long do you think it'll be until we have like a dedicated like TV channel that's just all AI generated stuff?
Probably within like the next 10 years, 5 to 10 years. 10 years is a little stretch. I think probably 5.
Like we're just gonna have one TV channel that's just dedicated to
Yeah,
AI
and then
generated content.
when you get the algorithm mixed with AI, like it's just gonna show you what you want. Like
Exactly.
a whole, yeah, it's gonna, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Grandma for sure will be fooled. Here's another thing I noticed that I noticed too with AI. Either people's eyes will be normal or people's eyes are like this the whole freaking video. They're like this the whole time.
AI versus 100 animators. Who wins?
AI generated podcasts.
I do what I want.
Bro, is this even real laughter?
Some people claim that we live in a simulation.
See the spelling's a little. See how the spelling's off on that.
But like these little low quality ones you can make, like
Yeah, it's
easily.
crazy.
Would you still love me if I was an NPC?
Oh my gosh.
We are coming for
AI
you,
generated video games.
Hollywood.
We're coming for you, Hollywood. Wow. It's a true statement. AI is gonna take over Hollywood.
We are just random numbers. In the machine,
Hey, the meme.
Hey, the meme, they
famous
brought
meme.
it to life. This one, you know what's crazy? Is that like this AI, like you could be like generate a video back from 2010 or early 2000s, and not only will it generate it for you, but it'll generate it for you in that quality, as if
Yeah.
it was from that time, if the video was taken from that time, not modern,
Mhm.
it doesn't look modern. It looks like from that time.
It's like from an iPhone 5.
Yeah.
Are you real? I am.
Crazy.
Wow.
Isn't simulation theory just God for nerds?
That's a good point right there, because Trey and I actually talked about this yesterday. We were kind of going over our show notes. Is well, like us as Christians, I'm like, God is the original ChatGPT.
Mhm. Yeah, because people talk about being a simulation. And you brought up like, are we just prompts? And I mean, God spoke everything into existence. So
I mean, I guess people who are not Christians, and you know, when you debate this whole Big Bang and creationism theory, we go into the topic of intelligent design. There's an intelligent, whether you're a believer or not, the only explanation to how we are as humans and how Earth was made is there's something intelligent behind it.
hmm
You know, the sense of time, how the sun goes up, the sun goes down. The Earth doesn't freaking burn like we're in the perfect part of the solar system that we don't either freeze to death or we don't burn to death
Yeah.
because of the sun. Like it's all intelligently made.
Even
Obviously, for us, it's God.
yeah, even our moon being where it is, like protect it. The moon has a significant effect on the Earth, and there's so many examples of like if this wasn't here, it would be total chaos. If this wasn't like this, life wouldn't be able to exist. I don't know, like it's hard for me to believe like life came from no life and
Okay, by
came
accident.
order came from chaos. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, it's a stretch for me, and
that happened by accident. It's just,
yeah,
yeah, like everything is placed and it's like it's perfect. It's literally perfect.
yeah,
So that's funny how like is AI just God for for
yeah.
nerds? Because Trey and I were literally talking about like literally in Genesis, God spoke the universe into
He's
creation.
the original prompter.
He's the original prompter. He prompted us into creation, literally. So it's
Yeah.
kind of funny how I made that comparison because it's true.
But is this kind of like a parallel of like humans trying to be their own god? Like we're creating this being and we're putting
Yes,
prompts in.
I
Like,
mean if you talk about the end times, like the number 666, it means man replacing God. You become your own
yeah,
God, which is
it's already
pe-
kind of happening.
people don't know this, but Satanism is the worship of self. You don't worship Satan, you worship yourself. You are your own God. That is Satanism at its core. And and people are like, "Oh my gosh, Satanism, it's very dark." No, it doesn't have to be that dark for it to go in that direction. As soon as you begin worshiping yourself and you think you yourself as a human are in control of everything that happens, that's already
Yeah. But that's
satanic in
that's
itself.
everything that all the mainstream's pushing though, like, your truth, your reality, you do what makes you happy, follow your heart. It's
Yeah,
all to you to
it's all
bolster yourself up that
yeah. Go where your heart leads you. Your heart
yeah.
is the most deceptive thing ever.
And yep. And yeah, as Christians, when you hear that stuff, you have to go back to the Bible and like see what God actually says, because a lot of it is contradictions of what God is saying.
Exactly, because God places your steps in front of you, not your heart.
Yeah. And it's not your truth. God is the only truth.
Hmm
Yeah.
Exactly. So we have this one more clip that I wanna show you. They're talking a little more in depth about AI and actually how much I guess like the pricing of what it is to get your hands on uh on Google VEO 3.
VO 2025, VO3. And no, this isn't just another text to video model. A VO3 now generates native audio too. That means when you type old sailor speaking, you're not just getting video. You're hearing the man talk, the wind blowing, even the water rippling.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might.
Detail, dude. It's the amount of
And she
detail.
commands
It's
your awe.
incredible.
And the
With every
lighting,
break.
the lighting wrapping around his beanie up here, it's just so insane. Like,
So you tell me your perspective, because those of you who don't know, Trejo's video is his world. Video photography. How, as you that would aspire, you've done this for a living, and you would aspire to still do this for a living. How does this affect you in your industry?
I mean, it's up to like what you want to do with it. Like, I think it's a great opportunity for people like myself that want like aspire of making like feature films and stuff, because there's not really like a clear way to make like films nowadays, like unless you like go through the whole system, college, do all that. But like independent filmmakers, they can really use this. Like you can really use it to like shape your story or just help you out. But it also is going to be taking a lot of jobs, I feel like.
Do you think it's what aspects like in the video world do you think this is a threat?
I honestly, I think like CGI.
It's a threat to
CGI is like in special effects or visual effects are gonna take a big hit, because I mean just that the clip we watched before, like just the things you can do with just by prompting, because like usually you have to go into a whole render thing and create it like by hand, but if you're just prompting it,
It's like you're just typing to a genie. Give me this. All right, here you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, it's ultimately how you want to use it. If you want to reject it, you're gonna be left behind.
Yeah.
But like
Exactly.
like what I'm thinking right now is like, yeah, I can use this for like light, like to simulate lighting, like what this is gonna look
It
like,
can
and
be a
then
very useful tool and make things a lot
exactly,
easier. Yeah.
or if like you don't have a shot, or I think it's be perfect for small filmmakers, because like getting B-roll and like or like travel. You have like you want to have a special vision, but you can't travel. It costs money.
I think an amateur filmmaker could make a production to rival Hollywood.
Oh, easily.
Hollywood level of production. That
Easily,
takes
and
thousands of people to make and millions upon millions of dollars to produce. They're going to be able to do that for a fraction, like a minuscule fraction of the cost. So let's continue watching this.
King Light.
It's the first time a major model has blended visual and auditory generation this seamlessly. A VO3 doesn't just paint a picture. It composes the whole scene, sight, and sound from a single prompt. Now, if you followed Veo's evolution, you know each version has gotten more cinematic. Veo Uno was impressive. Veo 2 stepped it up with better coherence and style. But Veo 3 is a whole new species.
We're a different animal.
You know, it's crazy. I never heard of VO1. I've never heard of VO2. And probably because it wasn't that great. It probably looked like slop. But VO3 it's groundbreaking. It's broken the internet. Like, look at this.
The same beast.
Before, sound was always bolted on later. Maybe you'd use 11 Labs or some sound library to add audio manually. VO3 makes that step obsolete.
Yep.
The sound is baked in with context, timing, and texture. What makes this model different from other models like Sora or MovieGen is that tight integration. Sora creates incredible video, sure, but no native audio. You still have to Frankenstein it together, but Veo 3 skips that entirely. It's one cohesive output, and it's not just background noise. Veo 3 can add music, natural sounds, and even basic voiceover-like audio that fits the mood and setting, and this goes beyond entertainment. Education, marketing, simulations, anywhere you need engaging audiovisual content, Veo 3 is about to change the game. Imagine personalized...
Generating a streamer playing Fortnite. Like, when are we going to get AI streamers? Like, you don't even have to play the game. You don't have to have a setup. You don't have to buy the console. You don't have to buy equipment. You just generate it on Veo 3, and that's it.
Yeah, like you like simulate a 3-hour long live stream or whatever, and
we could simulate this podcast.
Yes. And the future, like that goes into the future is prompting. Like if you can get like nail down like prompts and be like a professional.
You know how to talk to the machine. You know exactly if somebody wants something, but they kind of don't know how to talk to ChatGPT. Or I mean, in my instance, ChatGPT. I've had lots of people around me. Even like my wife's tried using ChatGPT, and she's like, I can't get it to. I was like, you got to learn how to talk to the machine to get it to do what you want. So and Atreya mentioned me to this yesterday as we were talking about this. We were going to talk about for this episode. Is yes, prompting is going to bring lots of jobs. People who know how to talk to the thing is going to be very, very game changer. You have to know how to talk to the machine.
Ads with matching visuals and voice, or a science lesson that literally shows and explains a volcano erupting, complete with narration and rumbling. This isn't some toy. This is serious media infrastructure. But here's where things get kind of terrifying, especially if you work in marketing, media, or film. Because while Veo 3 is an insane creative tool, it's also a disruptor. The kind that doesn't knock on the door, it kicks it down, sets up a pop-up studio, and replaces half your department. Think about it.
Think, Mark!
A single person...
So what I'm thinking is like all you aspiring filmmakers or, you know, in the field that I enjoy, I think, honestly, I feel like doing like practicing less of like your videography skill and more energy into prompting and maybe like using AI to your advantage so you don't get left behind. Like it's like what he said, media marketing and film, like it's gonna take the biggest hit, honestly.
I think this is gonna piss off the people who have been in the industry for a long time already. It's gonna piss them off because like I've done all this hard work. I know what I'm doing. I poured in millions of dollars into my project, and now this stupid computer can just generate it for a fraction of the price. Yeah. And so it's gonna piss those people off. But it's gonna be a great opportunity for an amateur filmmaker who does not have the money or the funds to put on a production that takes millions of dollars. They only have to invest money into this machine and learn how to use it and be able to create quality productions that rival Hollywood. And that's going to piss off Hollywood.
All you need is a laptop. Exactly. Like it hurts my heart because like I invested, like I got cameras, lenses, and like I love doing like going out and filming stuff. But also like I realize what's coming and how I need to use it to get ahead. And
how much more efficient is it going to make projects?
Oh, way more efficient. Like what I'm thinking right now. Like I want to create like a whole little short film just based off
based on
Yeah, I'm just gonna lock in one day and just start.
even for the show. Like
Yeah.
I've used AI. I said it in my video that I made this past week about AI. Is we literally use AI for the show notes. We use AI to kind of give us a rundown because a bunch of stuff happens throughout the week, and we kind of tell ChatGPT, okay, ChatGPT knows what our show's about. I've already told ChatGPT, okay, you are the. I have a chat with ChatGPT, and I say, you are my content creation assistant. This is your sole job.
Yep.
Your job is to help me create content. So ChatGPT helps us come up with titles. It helps us do our descriptions. We use Opus Clip, which Opus Clip is an AI generated. It generates. Oh, it doesn't generate clip, but it's an AI editor. So it takes our podcast and it gives us clips that are going to be the most likely to resonate in the algorithm. It's insane, and it makes that so much more easier. Like me as a content creator, now with AI, it's being a content creator is easier than ever. You don't have to sit there and be like, what kind of, I don't know what to call this video. I don't know what to put in the description. What hashtags are going to help me go in the algorithm? No. AI gives you everything you need. Literally just, I need tags. I need to reach this audience with my video. Boom. I need a thumbnail that's going to be nice and catchy for the video. Boom.
It's free sauce. Like, I used it yesterday. I showed you. I was like, because I'm trying to rebrand my YouTube and whatever. But I was like, I used it as like, act as like a YouTuber that has over 1 million subscribers and like give me advice on how to like grow my channel. It gives you like some great advice, and you just gotta use it to like, you just be creative with the prompts. And honestly, I think you can use it for almost anything.
Yes, I agree.
With a laptop and a $20 API budget, can now generate dozens of high-quality video ads, complete with sound, pacing, and voiceover.
We talked about
what
in our
used to
last
take
one.
an entire agency, a production crew, and a six-figure budget can now be done by one guy with a good prompt. And people are already doing this.
Telling you.
I'll show you a video in a second. This guy made a fake pharmaceutical commercial with VO3 for just $500.
Everything for my depression. Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Puppermin.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly,
this
but we found that it's
bro.
really
This is so
difficult to be
mind-blowing,
depressed
bro.
when cute dogs show up at your doorstep.
My mind is
I think
just
we can all agree that this
racing
looks
like
good.
So normally on a commercial like that, pharmaceutical commercial, you're spending $500,000.
you need to pay for the actors. You gotta have the whole set, the crew, everybody,
Cameras,
everything.
the editors, audio engineers.
And they're probably paid hourly. You got to go by like the unions and all that stuff. But that dude made it for one guy.
$500. 500. Instead of paying 500,000.
I don't know if you understand how like crazy that is. Like,
That is like
it
fraction, like not even a percent.
It eliminated a whole crew of people. Just this one program did.
You literally just sit behind a computer screen and you create that commercial with this technology. It's insane.
It's scary, but also we have to adapt to it. I don't know.
It's insane. It's crazy, man. Mind blowing.
Not student project good. Not I see what you were going for good. I'm talking about polished, broadcast quality visuals with music, narration, and perfect camera cuts. The exact same thing would have cost a real agency $500,000. Easy. Set designers, actors, audio engineers, post-production editors. All replaced by autocomplete for video. That's the part people aren't ready for. VO3 doesn't just speed things up, it flattens the entire cost structure of visual media. If you're running a digital ad agency and charging $50,000 for a campaign, what happens when your client sees they can just prompt one into existence themselves? Overnight, your pitch deck looks like a ripoff. But you know what else is a total game changer? Deep Agent from today's sponsor, Abacus. Let me show you something wild. Imagine an AI tool that can literally build a full-stack app from a single prompt. I'm talking custom forms, live databases, even deployment with your own domain and not just some slop that doesn't even compile. It's basically God mode for developers, analysts,
it's creating
and
its
anyone
own
tired
code.
This is also the going to be the big bucks job really soon. Well, I mean, if you I really don't. I mean, coding, like knowing, like you know how to build these AI tools from the ground up. That's going to be the biggest moneymaker, and I think in,
Oh,
in a
yeah.
few years. You building these machines, because obviously we have to build these machines. They're built by us humans, but that's going to be the big money maker. Is that
boring, repetitive work. With the new Pro tier, you can connect Deep Agent to Google Drive, Slack, Gmail, and a bunch of other services. You can also automate entire workflows since it can browse the web, build dashboards from spreadsheets, generate technical reports with charts, create entire presentations, and yes, it even plays Conway's Game of Life just to flex. So if you're trying to build smarter and faster without babysitting 12 tools at once, this is your new secret weapon. And the best part? It starts at just $10 a month.
It creates
so what
its
are you
own
waiting
little
for?
like
Head to deepagent.abacus.ai, and if
crazy,
you want to
bro.
unlock the full power of
I
the
get
Pro
it's an
tier,
ad,
it's just
but
$10 more.
that's
Thank you for
so
sitting
crazy.
through another
Fucking
dumb
AI
tech
is,
rant.
bro.
And if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to
Oh
become a
my
fellow
God.
code head.
Yeah.
yeah?
Guys, if this doesn't scare you, or if it scares you, it's a normal. I think it's a normal reaction. But I feel you gotta use that fear and like turn it into, how can I use this to, for your job? I like, it could be used for anybody, like an assistant, admin work, like your taxes. You don't need like a accountant. I don't know. It's.
I have one more I want to show you, Trey. I don't know
Alright.
if you've seen these yet.
Oh, I haven't.
I've seen this one before.
Oh,
Should have shown the
nice.
fight, man. That looks very realistic.
Yeah.
Look, somebody live streaming.
This looks so real.
I know. Who do you think is going to be the AI creator that's going to beat out Mr. Beast?
I don't know. Me, I'm gonna start that.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
wait.
the AI version of Mr. Beast.
I'm coming.
Digging to the Earth's core. Bare hands. No brakes. Can I survive a full latex suit in 100-degree heat?
This is definitely
with no
something
water?
Mr. Beast would do.
Let's find out the hard way. Staring at the sun for 10 minutes straight. Wish me luck. Counting
Sun's
every
behind you,
grain of
buddy.
sand on this beach. Let's go. 1, 2,
Music behind it and everything.
I'm doing K2 the honest way. Alone,
Oh.
unprepared, and in a straight line. Leave a comment for the
The
search team.
YouTube content that's
About
gonna
to
come
do
out
the
of
first
this.
That's gotta be
plunge
insane,
into an
dude.
active volcano. Let's send it. We spent $50 million to rebuild the Titanic.
Look,
just
Mr.
to
Beast.
sink it again. Last
There it
person to
is.
abandon
There he
ship
is.
gets a Lambo.
I covered my
That's a
entire
Lambo.
body in compost and
Oh, that
waited to
freaks me
see
out.
what started growing.
I don't like
Running
this.
for my life on North Sentinel Island.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Should have picked Bali.
This is unhinged.
All right. I've sealed my head in this plastic box, and I'm gonna try to read the entire dictionary before I pass out.
Flying into North Korea with a lawn chair and 1,000 party balloons.
Oh,
Don't try this at
my
home.
God.
I'm about to survive 100 days in the African savannah, only eating and drinking what my body already gave up.
Oh.
Basically, the circle of life.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today
Look,
we're
they-
cooking with plutonium.
They got the apron right.
Oh look, they
Live,
did.
laugh,
It's spelled
babe.
right. Look at that. It's starting. AI is starting to. It's kind of like hit or miss. Either they'll spell it right or they won't. But look at that. It's spelled right there. Like you show this to grandma. Grandma's gonna believe this, bro. Grandma's gonna be like, "Wow, that's really good. Yeah, grandma, it's not real, huh?"
I have great video ideas now. You just gave me some great video ideas.
Plutonium 239.
Bro, not even grandma. My parents would believe this. Is
Oh
real.
yeah, easily.
Hot, it's dangerous, and it's definitely illegal.
I have to eat diamonds for views. I hope you're happy, algorithm.
Bro.
Get ready, world.
So, thoughts on that?
I mean, I have some good video ideas. Like, I'm gonna put myself like being interviewed by Joe Rogan or something. And be like, look, I made it. I made it.
We're gonna
guys."
get AI generated Trump on here. We're gonna
Yes.
interview AI Trump.
And guys, is this an AI generated video? Are we AI?
Did we just prompt this episode?
You'll never
into
know.
Existence? You'll never know.
You'll
I don't know.
never
Let
know.
us know.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Are we AI? Yeah, there's a great video ideas. And
What do you think this puts? Like, where do you think YouTube content will be at in the next 2 to 5 years?
bro, I think it's gonna look probably like that.
Like, do you think we're gonna start seeing the rise of AI content
Oh
creators?
yes, yeah.
Like people who are not even creating content, they're just prompting videos into existence and uploading
Oh
them.
yeah, for sure. That's good. They'll probably be like the first 1 million subscriber like total AI video. I mean there's already a YouTuber. I think I told you a little bit. His name was Kwebbelkop. He was a big Minecraft YouTuber, but like he made a decision to like go this whole AI route. Like he created AI avatar, and then he was kind of ahead of the game, honestly. But he created like whole AI content, and he got a lot of backlash because obviously people subscribe for him and his personality.
yeah.
Exactly, but it's already happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next 2 to 3 years it'll be like several like over 1 million subscriber channels that are just purely AI. Like no recorded, no like people actually, just a guy in the basement prompting his life away.
What about AI?
And it might be me.
he's
big bucks.
He's getting inspired by watching all these videos.
I am.
Giving him all the good ideas.
I've dealt with this problem so long, and it's probably just my laziness, but like living where we're at, like there's not a whole lot to like do, and so like it's hard to film stuff and like get video ideas. So now I'm just like, if I can just
bro,
stay in my room, prompt, do it from anywhere. It's inspiring me. But yeah. What do you think?
Trejo, here's something I need you to do for the show. I need you to like get Trump to like do our intro for us.
Okay. I'm gonna play with it, guys. Give me ready.
Get Trump to do the intro for the pod.
I'm doing a whole like video of us like him shaking our hands or like meeting him in the White House.
Yes, bro.
He's putting
Please,
a little
dude,
a medal
please.
on it.
Yes, please. Can you please do that, bro? That'd be so
Okay.
freaking awesome.
I would do it.
Bro.
What do you think? Like what do you think like with the audio world and like that type? Like
In the audio realm, me as a musician,
Yeah.
I mean AI's been able to generate music for a while already. It's already been a thing for a couple years. I think okay, so here's one of the AI tools. I've actually not experienced with this instrument yet. You know, for those of you that are maybe musicians, you know, whenever you produce stuff on a computer, you're on a digital audio workstation, you have these things called plugins, right? And plugins are essentially virtual instruments that you load up on your computer that you're able to play. Well, there's this virtual instrument that exists, and I'm like, because usually I would hear a sound in my head. I just have this fun fact. Those of you who don't know, I have perfect pitch. I'm able to hear crazy things in my head.
It's wild.
Like you listen to Jacob Collier. Jacob Collier's like ear is crazier than mine. Like his is absolutely insane. But I kind of have some of those traits of Jacob Collier. But like I would hear a sound whenever I'm arranging music or writing something. And I would like, I really need this sound, but I would have to craft that sound. I'd have to spend hours scrolling through different sounds. I'm like, trash. I could kind of work with this, but I'm like, I don't want to. Trash. I just keep scrolling. Well, there's this plugin. I forgot what it's called, but that's not the only one. There's multiple. There's literally chat. I think there's one called Synth GPT. Synth GPT. You literally type in the kind of sound that you want, and Synth GPT generates a instrument for you.
Really?
Yes, it's insane.
What?
It's really Chat GPT, but an instrument. You're like, I need this sound, and Synth GPT is like, all right, you need this kind of sound. Cool, here you go.
Have you tried it?
I've not tried
Oh,
it, but I've
okay.
seen so many videos
Yeah.
of it. I want to try it eventually.
That's wild.
But that's something I'm like, bro.
And
Where was this? Like,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
like life changing. I could just be like, yeah, I need this kind of sound. Give it to me.
And you could put in like the perfect key that you wanted in and everything. Like,
Well, I mean, you would just play it on a keyboard essentially.
oh, yeah. Oh, you but just like the sound.
Yeah, it would give you the sound that you want. Like,
So
you're
it's
like, I need
shortcuts
this-
like sound design.
Yes, it's shortcuts sound design. Because sound design can sometimes take a while, and especially when you're trying to replicate something that you hear in your head. Maybe you're inspired by something you hear from a different song, and you go you hear it in your head, but you're like, you have to craft what you hear in your head. Sometimes it takes time. It's frustrating. But ChatGPT is just like, yeah, this is what I want. Can you help me? And ChatGPT is like, yeah.
That is insane.
So yeah, I mean, in the audio realm, that's a useful tool. Like I think as a musician, it's great.
Oh yeah.
But I think like if you're a songwriter and you're writing lyrics, like you could just ChatGPT can just steal that right from you.
Oh,
Writing
yeah, songwriter.
songwriting. and just writing music in general. I mean, look at when we watch the dude that's counting the grains in the sand. Like, there's music in that background. Like, there's no more like I need royalty. I don't have to search for royalty-free
Bro.
music anymore. I just ask the AI to give me to just generate a song for me for this video. The video is like super epic, so I need super epic sound to back up this video. Like, yeah, in a way, I can see it could be threatening to. It's threatening if used in a lazy way, and it's useful. I think AI is an incredibly useful tool, but like any other tool that we have in life, in the hands of evil, can be very destructive. So, like a motor vehicle, if you don't know how to operate a motor vehicle, it can become dangerous extremely quickly. A firearm, you don't know how to handle a firearm, it becomes dangerous very, very quickly.
Yep.
I think AI is treading that ground, or has already treaded that ground.
Yeah, I think that's a great comparison. But yeah, I think like live music and live entertainment is safe. I feel like that'd probably be the safest because like live bands, you can't really fake that. And like live performances, I feel like those are good. Like stand-up comedians, I feel like probably safe for now until. But yeah, just like live perform. I think that's gonna be like the big money and like what everybody wants. Cause
I think it's gonna save a lot of time. It's gonna be time saving for a lot of stuff. Like, for example, for this show, we're using a AI tool called Opus Clip. You know how much. You know how like it's hard because we both had jobs outside of this. Like, we don't make money off of this yet. Not yet. But well, even if we were making money off of this, even this was our full-time job, we would still have to spend hours upon hours editing clips and posting to social media, and it's still taxing, and it takes time away from our family. Rather than we just have an AI tool that cuts down all that time. I mean, we still have to input the video and maybe upload it, but it at least cuts out 90% of the work. 90% of the work and time is now cut away.
Yep.
We can spend that 90% either with our family or other things that we need to get done, as adults. It just makes things way more efficient.
And I always think back to that statistic. I don't know who said it, but they said like it's not going to be exact, but it's like 80% chance that AI like is great and like overall good for humanity, and then a 20% where it just destroys us.
Yeah.
But like the 80% I can see of like it makes humans more efficient. Like when we're using AI to do like the time consuming jobs, as you're saying, it gives us more opportunity to innovate and do more things. And it like takes me back to like when human civilization was first coming up, when we like figured out the farming, and when we had an abundance of food and we didn't have to worry about going hunting and gathering. It let us take more time to build stuff, like, and just grow our civilization more, expand, travel. Like once we had food, we could like, grow as a civilization. I feel like this could be the same thing with AI.
Yeah, we grow as a civilization. Yeah.
But it can also just destroy us.
Yeah, I mean, it could
in the wrong
people
hands.
Could really be, it could be lazy work.
Can be it could be the Terminator, where AI takes over the world. It's very possible. Like, I don't want to understate that. It's very possible, but
I'm
I choose to be optimistic.
Curious to see if like AI warfare will become a thing in the future.
Yeah,
we fight wars through AI.
I mean, I'd be better like than sending people to die.
Would that work? How would that work? How would we fight a war?
I think AI robots. Robots. Like, everybody. But there's gonna be like the countries that aren't gonna follow the rules. But everybody has like, in a perfect world, we all agree we got these much robots. You got, and if like,
can you imagine if like instead of having like drones being remotely controlled, or drones are controlled by AI?
That's scary. If AI and people are mixed in war, it's gonna be awful.
Can you imagine like an AI drone?
Yeah, like it's just like you like put the prompt, track. This is what the enemy wears. This is what they look like.
Yeah, this is what they look like. Please find, imagine if we would have had AI drones. Or we need you to find Osama bin Laden. This is what he looks like. Go find him.
Yeah, bro, it's terrifying.
Can you imagine? I mean, I could see how like that kind of thing would be useful to like solve crimes, like criminals are hiding. I feel like that's a like a big privacy issue though. Like
Oh
the grand
yes.
scheme of things, like yeah, it's great to find a criminal, but now nobody has privacy. 'Cause
Yep.
now everybody can just see exactly what you're doing.
That's
Go
what
find this
that's
person.
what China is doing. You know, they got cameras on every single street, every block, and they all track your face. Like you know,
Surprised they don't got cameras in the toilet, bro.
they probably do. But like the whole social credit system, like they'll track your face and like they know they can keep track of you, keep a tab on everybody.
Yeah,
And
it's crazy.
That's scary part with the privacy thing. And
Yeah, there's no privacy.
there
at all.
there has to be regulation. And just there has to be something, or it's just gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited and terrified at the same time of where AI is going to be in the next 2 to 5 years. I know we mentioned that literally a couple episodes back. We're like, I wonder where it's going to be 2 to 5 years from now. Well, not even like a month from now. Here we are talking about it again in a groundbreaking technology. Like it went from like, oh yeah, it's going to be crazy how it's going to be in the next 5 years. So like a month later,
So
the video's incredibly realistic. You can't even tell. It's going to fool everybody that's not on the internet. If you're not on the internet, you're fooled immediately.
Yeah.
You're scammed immediately.
So we'll check in back with you guys in another couple months and see what.
Actually, we'll
what's
check back
changed.
with you guys next week because next week we could be talking about this again. Something crazy
yeah.
could happen again. We're going to be talking
At this
about
point.
AI.
And it's just like this, like we've seen it before, like with the internet, phones, like you never like just how fast phones have evolved, and within our lifetime. I remember, I mean, I was little, but like my dad, he had a BlackBerry. That was like the smartphone of the time. It like had games on it. I was like, this is so cool. And now, you know, everybody's walking around with like
I can emulate a Nintendo DS on my phone.
exactly.
And I do sometimes.
Mhm.
I have a little thing that connects to my phone, and I wanted to buy a Game Boy a while back. I was like, oh man, I miss having a Game Boy. I was like, I want to buy a Game Boy so I can do something like retro gaming. I don't have to do that anymore. I just download ROMs to my phone.
Yep. It's insane. Imagine going back to like say the Middle Ages and like showing them AI.
Bro,
You would be
they
a
would freak.
god.
You would be God himself. They would bow down to you. You would run the world. You would run the entire. You would be the most powerful human being on the planet.
If you showed them a phone.
And they probably would try to kill you.
Yeah.
Others, but either you'd be loved or everybody would try to kill you.
Yeah.
Kill it before it lays eggs.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is very insane. So speaking of AI, let's talk about the AI guy, the boogeyman to the libs. So apparently Elon has stepped down from DOGE. Oh, I thought he was going to take over as president. What happened? I thought he was the president. What happened to that?
Yeah, I thought he was. We didn't vote for this dude. Or
he's leaving. Don't worry.
Yeah.
DOGE is not going away. I wonder if Big Balls is going to stay. Do you think Big Balls?
I
will
hope
stay?
Big Ball stays. I hope he does. Hang in strong. Why? Do you know why he left or why he?
Pretty much his job is done. I think. He did everything he needed to do. Again, libs thought that oh my gosh, he was going to take over the presidency. Like,
yeah,
shows the delusion. But here's a little video. Go ahead, Trey.
I think that's just projection though, because you know they got Soros. You know they have their billionaires that fund the Democratic Party. It's funny they never talk about it. They have their billionaires, and I just think it's projection of like what their fear is that the right's gonna do, because they're already doing it. I feel they're like, oh, they're gonna use our game against us.
I mean, in a way, we have used their game against them. That's what pisses them off so much. In a way, I feel like this election we kind of did play the game better than they did. And this was the podcast election, and you have guys like Trump going on Joe Rogan. You have guys like Elon going on Joe Rogan, and nobody's like these questions are like they're like some of them might be pre-planned. But you're literally just having a conversation with them. Like, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts on this? And there's no reporters interrupting. There's nobody waiting for a turn. You're just talking back and forth and exchanging your ideas. And I think that's why the culture has shifted in a way that it has. Is because there's a lot more. The freedom of expression has or freedom of speech has really been able to flow more, especially through independent news sources and things like X. I think Elon buying X changed. I think that was one of the things that shifted the culture was Elon buying X. And I was telling this to Trey. I was like, honestly, you can call this radical if you want. I believe you should be able to say whatever you want on the internet. Like, you can say the most absurd thing, and it's freedom of speech. You should be able to say it. And you might say, well, how do you combat that speech? You just combat it with facts.
Yeah, better arguments.
Better arguments, and you just make them realize that they're dumb.
Yeah, and I agree. I completely agree. I've heard this argument, obviously from the left, about free speech, and like they say not all speech is free. Like you're not allowed to yell, "There's a fire in a building," like a fake thing,
or
but
bomb or shooter, whatever.
but like, is that even like the same thing? Like, what do you think on that take?
No, I don't think it's the same thing. There's a difference between me saying someone is stupid and yelling bomb when there's not a bomb.
Yeah.
There's two different things.
Yeah. And yeah, especially if it's online, like
liberals can't handle it online. That's why they went to Blue Sky. That's why they went to Blue Sky. And here's the thing: even as a conservative, you might say, "Well, there's Truth Social and there's Parler." I'm not on either of those platforms, and I never wanted to because I don't live in an echo chamber. Which living in an echo chamber, we're talking about that.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Let's watch this clip of the supposed president departing from his position.
Oh
at DOGE.
no!
No, no. You guys see his shirt he's wearing? He's literally, though he's trolling. He's still trolling.
It just
Like
got
you
it.
guys don't understand. Like the left takes these guys so literally. Like they are the master of rage baiting. Like they know how to rage bait libs, and libs fall for it every freaking time. Like stop falling for it, dude. They're rage baiting you. You fall for it every time.
Some of
Like
the most-
oh my god,
Most sensitive, gullible people.
bunch of cry bullies, bro. $1 trillion of waste reduction. Wow.
His autism's peaking right there.
Bro, he can't even lose. I'm literally standing in the Oval Office just talking to y'all. The president, you know what's crazy is that people say, well, Trump is such a narcissist. It's all about him. Trump is literally just sitting there like, all right, dude, you go ahead, do your thing. Tell him what you got to tell him. He's not interrupting. He's the dude's not interrupting at all. He's not talking over him. He's just like, all right, dude, go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Yeah. And I think Elon doing this shows his character, because I like he's in a very powerful position.
Yeah.
And like it just shows like what his motives were. He really wanted the government to be more efficient.
Yeah.
And like I feel like he's a great leader. He's great at establishing teams. So he probably went in there, got the systems down, developed a system and built the teams, and he's just stepping away. He's like, I don't need to be here no more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the credit no more. Like I just want to help out.
Yeah.
And I feel like anybody in that position, like if you're not, really doing it for the right reason, it'll get to you, and you can stay there, and you become another bureaucrat.
No, he's literally like, my job's finished, guys. It was good. It was good. While it lasted.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not while it lasted because it's not going away. But he's like, it was good working with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Big Balls handle the rest of DOGE, and I'll see you guys later.
Yep. He's so autistic.
They're having a bromance right now. It's a bromance moment.
He probably used all that money he saved from DOGE to put that 24 guy in the Oval Office.
That's probably what they're saying. So I really hope that Big Balls is the next guy in charge. Then you put that guy in charge. That'd be great. Who's the leader of Doge? This is Big Balls.
He's holding the team down. His big balls are holding the team down.
Balls of steel.
Yep, balls of steel. That's his co-pilot.
Co-pilot. We have Big Balls and Balls of Steel. Here are our leaders of Doge. I mean, can you imagine going like into the IRS? Sir, what are you doing here? I'm Big Balls, so you guys know who I am, right?
AOC, please be quiet. Big
AOC.
Balls is talking.
Bro, again, with the rage baiting, they're master rage baiters, bro. They know how to piss off libs, and they fall for it every single time. Time and time again. They just fall for it, dude. They're the biggest freaking cry bullies on the planet, bro. They're so quick to like be keyboard warriors and insult you and call you names, but the moment that they get it back, bro, they can't take it. They can't take it.
Mm-mm.
And then they leave, and that's why they left X, and that's why they go to freaking Blue Sky. They go to their own little echo chamber. And the thing with Elon, you guys think like Elon's some right-wing extremist, bro? He was not even right-wing to begin with. I think the dude voted for Obama.
I think so. I think he voted for Joe Biden actually, like in 2020.
He just voted for the other
I
guy
think.
5 years prior, probably.
Yeah.
Either he voted for Joe Biden or didn't vote at all. But the point is that Elon Musk has not been this conservative Republican his whole life. He hasn't been. It's common sense. That's the ideology. That's the way. That's the mindset of thinking. Common sense. Elon Musk is not really even a conservative at heart. He just doesn't live in a freaking echo chamber.
100%. There's plenty of examples of people that got pushed to be conservative because the left was just so
Joe Rogan's
crazy.
considered conservative now.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's. Yeah, I've heard Joe Rogan say on his podcast he's voted Democrat his whole freaking life.
It's just so evident. Like people want common sense. They want they just want common sense back in the country. RFK, he was running for Democrat.
The Kennedys are some of the most infamous Democrats in U.S. politics of all. Like the Kennedys, like they've been Democrats. Like you know them as Democrats in U.S. politics.
Yeah.
For all of U.S. history.
Yeah.
If JFK were to come back to life and see that RFK was working under a Republican president, he would be like, "What the hell happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
What went wrong?
What? Like what happened?"
Yeah.
He would literally ask, "What happened?"
But you'd have to show him what his party turned into.
Yeah.
And why he got shifted.
Bro, there's this. Oh, I wish I would have pulled this up. I just. Bernie Sanders went on a podcast this week. I don't know if you've seen it. Bernie Sanders went on a podcast, and they were talking to Bernie Sanders about how, like the democratic process of like how Kamala Harris ended up being the nominee, and how people say that Bernie kind of got robbed out of being the nominee in 2016, and in Bernie's face said it all, bro. Like they're talking about like, yeah, we believe the Democratic Party has moved the democratic process of like selecting a nominee, and Bernie Sanders was like not arguing it. He's like, yeah.
Do you agree? 'Cause I mean, it happened to him. And we saw it so blatantly.
They're the biggest. MAGA, dead to democracy. Like, what?
Yeah, it was the biggest astroturf of like a presidential person. Like,
Kamala Harris was inserted in by the Democratic. Nobody voted for Kamala Harris to be the nominee.
And
do you not understand?
Yeah. And they made everything up. The rallies, they paid people to go there. They fabricated everything about this.
They even pissed off everybody because they thought Beyonce was going to sing. And
Yeah.
she would
They convinced the liberals that she was going to win.
Yeah.
They were dead set that she was going to win.
Yeah.
They lied to their own voters.
Wrong. And that's the danger that you run into when you're in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
When you're zombified by your ideology. You don't think for yourself. And actually, I'm going to get into another thing about an echo chamber. So, I used to listen to the Daily Wire a lot, actually. Ben Shapiro is actually a dude that Ben Shapiro is an incredible debater. That's kind of the biggest reason why I started listening to him. A master debater. I got to make sure I separate those two terms.
Master space.
Master space debater. Okay, he's an incredible debater.
There you go.
But lately, I feel like so the Daily Wire, for those of you who don't know, they've actually, Jeremy Boring stepped down as the CEO, and they've had layoffs in the company. And one thing I talked to Trejo about, I was like, you know what I've noticed with the Daily Wire that I kind of feel like they've ran into a danger is that they've started slowly becoming kind of like the left, like they're putting themselves in their own little echo chamber. Like you have their subscription, like I was subscribed for a while, and you know you get all their shows, and then like obviously all their podcast, extra content, and then they even started having like their own TV shows within the subscription. Like everything is like, oh, don't do anything else. Just do Daily Wire. Like almost like everything has to come through this place. Watch your TV here. Do this. Make your kids watch all this. Now, obviously, I kind of get the heart they were doing behind it because obviously we see that mainstream media is very toxic, especially towards children. Like we see the stuff with Disney.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like this started kind of creating a little bit of an echo chamber
Mm-hmm.
within that company.
So I'm like new to all this drama, or I don't, is there like really drama
I
going
wouldn't
on?
say. I mean, obviously they had drama with Candace. Obviously
Yeah.
Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro had their disagreements on
Yeah.
Israel and things like that, which I've kind of when it comes to that stuff, I'm like it's both bad. Obviously Hamas, I'm like destroy every element of Hamas, but we know Hamas are a bunch of freaking sissies and decide to use children and civilians as human shields.
Yeah.
That's a different conversation for another episode. But I feel like essentially even as conservatives, because I mean there's some things that I agree like with like leftists, like whenever like, well, why is the healthcare system broken? I'm like, well, I kind of agree. The healthcare system sucks.
Yeah.
The immigration system sucks. Republicans and Democrats have failed at revamping that system for a long time. When Obama came in, everybody's like, Obama's going to revamp it. Didn't do crap.
Yeah. I think that's a very healthy like. I think everybody should be like that because I understand like the right of like they're becoming the left too, like they're their own echo chamber. And this election, I feel like I hope it's a start of like the two team ideology like starts to fade away because like
horrible.
I feel like to be like a true American patriot, you got to have elements of both sides. You can't just be all for like one because like ultimately like one idea is not superior to all the other ideas. It has to be a combination of ideas and of people coming together and
Being able to have a civil conversation, which we're gonna have a React video kind of going into this a little more this week.
Yeah. Because you gotta have the left because I feel like the left is like led by their heart and like emotions and feeling. You gotta have those people, but you also have the the right or the more
Well, I feel like the left being so radical has radicalized also people on this side.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So now you've kind of they've instead of kind of meeting in the middle, now they've pushed each other away. Now they're really, really, really far away.
Yeah.
With the left creating their own echo chamber, and then you have the right doing this. As on the right, you don't want to run the risk of doing the same thing. You can't just be like, for example, this just happened in the last 2 weeks. Trump or Congress and the Senate passed the bill of no tax on tips or overtime. 100 to nothing. The Senate unanimously voted for the bill. Unanimous vote. When's the last time we've heard about a unanimous Senate vote? What are liberals going to do?
Oh, let's explain the dangers of this.
Like what? Who does not? What average American does not want? A hardworking American does not sign me up for no tax on tips or overtime? Hell freaking yeah.
Yeah.
And then
no, Trump did it. He's not on my team, so I'm not going to agree.
That's the dumbest freaking crap. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Like
that's the mindset that's gonna ruin this country.
Yeah. I'm gonna flat out say it. You get offended. I don't care. If you have that mentality, you're stupid. Like I don't know how else to put it. You need to get out. Stop watching CNN. Stop watching MSNBC. Stop watching Fox News. I'll even say stop watching Fox News because I don't even really. I'm not the biggest fan of Fox News either.
Well, they're just both biased. It's like they're both obviously biased. Like you need the both sides of the story.
Yeah.
It's just
stop getting offended for the dumbest crap ever. Research your own ideas. Okay, and the way Trey and I the way we get our beliefs from is first of all we're Christians before anything else. So, yeah. And lately I've been thinking about this like politically. I'm like, oh, like conservative, like are you conservative? Are you centrist? Like what are you? I'm like, I'm a Christian before any of it. Like I get my morals from the Bible. Like I'm in the phase of like what's moral and what's immoral.
Yeah. I love that. And yeah, especially for Christians, we have to have that It's just this party system, and like my team against your team. It's so old fashioned, and I hope these the generation coming up, our generation is starting to put that aside, because ultimately when you have a conversation with people in like real life, 100 or like 90% of the time it's not going to be straight political. We all we're all people. We all want the same things for each other. We want to be safe and live a good life and love and all that stuff. But I think the internet has something to do with this. If
No, yeah,
people being on the
100%.
internet is just causing so much division.
Well, people are
Go ahead.
keyboard warriors are able to say this stupid crap without thinking they're gonna have any repercussions because they're behind a freaking screen. But that's the problem that we gotta stop with it. My team,
This is not my team, so I don't agree. I can't believe Trump.
like right now, Trump has kind of been in a way, he's not obviously he's not in favor of Hamas. I mean, Trump is in everything destroy the Houthis, destroy Hamas. Um, but obviously, when you see like the dead children and all the death that's happening and all the bloodshed, the things that are happening in Gaza are sad. And of course, we need to do as much as we can to destroy Hamas, but at the same time, not harm any innocent children or innocent civilians. So Trump has kind of been on that train lately, and I feel like I've been seeing some comments. It's short circuiting the brain of liberals. What are they going to do next? If Trump's like, yeah, free Palestine, what's the liberals going to do? Free Israel, free Israel. 6 months from now, no, free Israel, free Israel. Like all of a sudden, going to switch teams just because Trump said, yeah, we need to help the Palestinian people. Let's help them. And what are the libs going to do? No, don't do that. Like that's the stupidity of that freaking my team versus your team mentality. Stop doing it.
And I think it's an old mindset too. Like, I don't like older people I've talked to. That's vote Democrat for whatever, vote right for whoever.
Yeah.
And it's just the introduction of the internet and these podcasts and like independent, real independent journalism is just showing like the whole story, because a lot of these issues are a lot more complex than the left's idea of it and the right's idea of it. It's always something in the middle, and there's always a more complex solution than what we're given. Than what, like, if the right brings us up, then automatically the Dems have to go against it.
Yeah, whatever it is, even if it's the cure of cancer, if that were to come out, if we're curing cancer, or I don't freaking know. I'm trying to think what. No income tax on it. Nobody pays. We're getting rid of income tax. Like that's something that anybody would be like, yep, I'm behind it.
No income tax, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't want to do it just because it's Republicans doing it. I only want to vote yes for it if it's us. I'm like, what?
And this is what we try to push in this podcast. It's like both sides. Like we're obviously we have our beliefs, but we just want to present both sides, or like and give our opinions, because a lot of people aren't informed, and you gotta
like the AI thing. Like if you're not informed with what's going on with AI, like it's a prime example, you're gonna be fooled.
And it's impossible to keep up with everything. So like that's we take that job upon ourselves to try to inform others.
I'm sure trying to keep up with AI as much as I can, bro. I ain't trying to be like, I did that, bro.
I'm gonna have to.
Going crazy.
I'm gonna need my own ChatGPT. Yeah, man.
But yeah.
The echo chamber it has to die. That mindset has to end, of my team versus your team.
Bro, I get my news from you. You're gonna laugh. I get my news from the Roach guy himself. Who thought Asmongold would be my news source of 2025? And you know what's funny? The dude's not even the dude's pro Palestine, which I'm like, when it comes to that issue, there's a lot of it's a bad situation that it's in.
Yeah.
It's a bad situation. But he's not even really pro-Israel, which I'm kind of like, there has some disagreements on that side. He doesn't like everything that Trump does. He's more like of a center guy, but he's just common sense. He's just base. Like when he sees something stupid happening, like people doing dumb stuff, to call it out and be like, yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, and it's a super healthy mindset you have, because you can listen to somebody have a disagreements, but you're not like hating them and seething at them like it's been for so long.
Which one thing that I've like had to like be careful of like whenever you listen to like such a biased source, it's just like this side sucks, this side sucks, this side sucks. Rather than like when I listen to a guy like Asmongold, these are like these guys it's not even like these guys sucks. Is that these people are retarded?
Yeah.
Is really what it is. Is like common sense. I'm like stop. Like look at these people. These people are weirdos. Like, and there's no common sense. Like the issues that they stand for are people that if you have a brain and you're normal, you're just an average person. The average person is like, yeah, that's stupid.
And we've just focusing on these absurd topics that people
like
really
supporting
don't,
terrorism, like literally supporting terrorists.
that
Like
people
what?
really don't care about. Well, obviously that one's a big one, but like other little things that people don't care about. Like we need to talk about like the big things and like
Or like defending MS-13 gang members. Like how do you fall on? Like how do you fall on the fence of defending that? Like I don't understand. Like that's the thing I'm talking about right there. Those that's an example of one of those issues. Like defending MS-13 gang members, defending illegal immigrants who have like murdered people. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what are we doing? Like that's a common. That's not even a right and left issue. That's an example that I was saying. What's moral? What's immoral? It's simple as that. What is right? What is wrong?
Yeah, oh, you nailed it right on the head. Because
whenever you don't have a my team versus your team mentality, you're able to use your brain and realize, oh yeah, that's wrong. This is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Because any other country in the world, they're illegally gone.
And I think part of that has to do with the Satanist mentality of everything revolves around me. I'm my own god. You become an immoral person if it's all about you. Because why should you care about what other people go through? It falls right there. My team, my team. It's all about your team. Who cares what the consequences of what the people are gonna get? It's just immoral versus moral, and having a strong set of beliefs. I think being Christian and following Jesus and the Bible as your foundation it's gonna. I just feel like it just creates a better life for you. Obviously, I mean, ultimately, and not having the my team mindset.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a while since we had a newer episode, but don't worry, we're back. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for our other content that we have on YouTube for our other React videos. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Based Certified, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. This is the place where liberals crash out.